We'll do that. Keep it low. We're gonna play some Star Trek Online. We're gonna continue with Captain Rothman's adventures here. So go into reputation here. We'll continue on that path for the new Romulus stuff. Looks like I'm claiming tier 2. Alright. Chat is usually not worth looking at half the time. Every now and then there's something funny going on. And sometimes some people like me that don't like Star Trek Discovery that gets in there. Let's take a look here. We're not buying anything. We're selling, actually, is what we're going to do here. So, because I believe I am in. I can never remember if I'm command or engineer, but I think it flips as soon as you get here. So I should be an engineering officer. Yep. Okay. Because I'm a TOS officer, so the gold usually means command, not... We're not about ready to do that. There it is. You're probably wondering why I'm keeping that. Because it's tier 1, I shouldn't be keeping that. Oh, looky, I got a puppy. I got a beagle. Porthos. Captain Archer's Porthos. I miss my puppies. I'm just gonna hit sort. Doink. Got some shields, I got quantum mortar, there's that. We're gonna get that leveled up. So that's only a level 1. It's not standard issue, so I can upgrade it. We'll use those. Tactical Team 1. So I have those for a reason. I got a lot of open spaces there. So I've got those for a reason. Let's see, skills here. Let me look at stations here. So, alright, so we got... Okay, those are good. Those are good. I think this is... The ship is... Do I consider these as cannons? Or beams? I think I need to treat them as cannons, because they got a 90-degree arc like a cannon.
Construction technician needed on deck 37.
185, 194. So yeah, okay, I gotta treat them like cannons. So having the having this isn't useful. And who is that? Civeg? So I need to find something else to put there. This is where I run into problems, because it seems like everything I want to use is on Tarsi here. overload I don't think does anything for the beam cannons. Phase beam cannon. Take a look here, event. Yeah, I can't do this for another 2.5 hours. So we're working on this. I've already reached 750. I'll be at 800. If I can get close to 1,000, that means I'll be just a little bit close to a third of the way there. So which means if I can get 1,000, it means I won't have to do the fourth one as much. I'll just need to complete it and be done, and then I won't have to worry about the fifth one. So which means I'll be done a lot sooner. If I can keep up every day logging in when these pop up. Because they only pop up for... Let's see here, when does this go in? This is going to the 9th. There's only 4 days left, so I can only gain 4 times 50, which is 200. So I'll get up to 950. So I'll be close to 1,000. So I should complete it by the 4th event, which will probably be around September, October, with the final event being in December. December or November, right around in there. Because when yeah, so it'll play through the summer here. Wait, I gotta wait for a while. Yeah, I know I missed a couple of days, otherwise I'd probably be able to be there. So let's see here, where are our episodes? Where's our story continue? So right there's that stuff, which we're not into. Okay, we're done with the Borg stuff. We are heading back to New Romulus. No thanks. Okay, I'm gonna do something real quick here. I gotta do this. Hey, it worked. Dino's back up and running again. Alright, Dino is having a problem, but I'm going to... let's see here. I need to go to my settings, I believe. Account settings, open a new tab. I'm getting tired of getting these, so I'm looking for my moderation stuff. Aerobloxian! That we do. I think I got a way to prevent that from now on. See if I type in... Okay. Hey, Robloxian, try copy and pasting that. Not the name, but the whole message that they sent, if you can still read it. Ooh, maybe it's doing... Well, hold on a second. Maybe I screwed something up and it left the... No, it shouldn't have left the period. Oh, wait, I'm not even in my Discord channel, like a goofball. Now I am. That's the idea. So anytime someone pops in like that now, it should go. There we go. Perfect. See, I smart. I is smart. Wait, I just noticed something. There we go. Now it showed back up. I think it'd be funny when the bots start reflecting back. Now they're gonna have to change something in order to keep it. They're gonna have to figure out what words I blocked. I probably should have just blocked the whole message. You know what? I think I'll do that. I think I'll double check that and make sure I'm in. Oh, that was not supposed to happen. Got a better idea. Wow, it lets me put in the whole thing. That's funny. So we'll see what happens. We'll leave that up. So if I gotta make alterations, I'll make alterations. So we should be at New Romulus. No! Oh, that was wrong. Quantum Slipstream Drive is not what I wanted to activate. I thought I was activating something else. Ooh. There's that big Romulan ship. I forget what ship that is. I think it's their Intel Warbird. Valk's temporary heavy dreadnought warbird. Okay, I know what that one is, and I do not have access to it, I don't think. It's a big ship. It's even bigger than those? Holy crap. There's the carrier. Even the carrier's smaller. Nope, I don't want to beam to Embassy. Beam to New Romulus. Thank you. I want to take to Met, I believe. Yeah, my doctor. There we go. My science officer. She's my doctor. She keeps me healthy. See if that works if I get hit again. So we need to go investigate the secrets of the ancients, go to the underground ruins. Alright, so now we need to go to the underground ruins. So if we look at the map, there's Vast End Peaks, there are the ruins down here. So I need to follow this path. Now let's take a look at something here. Because I used him to do the daily. In Star Trek Online? After you've created an account, you have to get to level 10 first. And then I can add, then you can add a friend by going here, and the character name is yeah. You see, everybody's got these ats afterwards. That's the main piece you need. Yeah, this guy is level 65. This isn't my first character. I've got almost 24 characters, I think, and most of them are at level 60. I think I've only got like a 2 or 3. I think it's 3 that I don't have at level 65. Well, there's a Vast End Peak, so I know I'm not going there. Oh yeah, I got a lot more than that. The idea is that each character would have their own ship. Surprised it hasn't taken me down to the ruins, because I haven't been down to the cave yet. It's been a while since I've been over this bridge. They've been updating the graphics and stuff over the years, so the game doesn't, you know, some planets are more developed than others, and New Romulus actually isn't, is one of the planets that, you know, that they do tend to spend a little time on the assets for whenever they do massive graphical updates, even though it's one of their older assets, because the New Romulus stuff was their first big expansion into the game after they got bought out by Perfect World Entertainment, which now is bought out by Gearbox. So here's a bunch of duty officer missions I could do here. I think they're all EPO related. Yep. So you can get some good duty officers by doing those. Derek J. Rothman. So I have an old name that you can't use, that you can't create anymore. But here, I'll send it to you here on Discord. There you are, message. Oh yeah. I sent you my handle for Star Trek Online already. And I should see a message pop up saying friend added once you get that in there. You should be able to copy and paste. I think I gave that to you, Rothman at John. If not, just take out the Rothman name and just leave the at name. Yep, there it is. Captain Todd. And then, now that I have you, I can go to invite to team. Do I have a spacesuit equipped? I've got a spacesuit. Does she have a spacesuit equipped? Okay, do they? Do not. They do. They do. They do not. They do not. They do. So I think Tarsi, yep, she's got a spacesuit. Gretchen has a spacesuit, which I think Gretchen's my android. Yep, this is my android. We'll promote. I didn't realize none of my officers haven't been promoted. Skippy. Scarvin, promote. Gretchen's been promoted. Uzoni, she's a cadet Betazoid female. I do not like that hairdo. need a better doctor. I am in Discord there, but I'm not going to stay on for too long. Robloxian, I promised lunch to somebody, so I'm only going to be on for about another hour and a half. And I'm just running through the story missions a bit. I'm gonna have this thing following me around. Bees used to be hostile. You know what I forgot to do? I'm gonna go back and do it before I forget. That guy hostile? No. I feel dumb. I forgot. We went through these epo fields and I forgot to set a transport location so I can get down here quicker. Well, they took down an erosion. I forgot I needed to do this here. Alright, so now, whenever I use the transporter system, I can come back here. But I am curious, because why do I not have... going into these ruins, but I don't have the caves. It's really weird. Or maybe I do, and it's just been, and I forgot to get the codes for the transporters around here. I'll bet that's what it is. I bet I ran through everything and forgot to get the codes. Because these can help you get around on this map so much more quickly. Pull up the map, make sure we're not... Okay, so I do need to hang a right, because I've got that one, and we got that one. So we got all of those, but I don't think I have the crater, and I don't have the Altai, or the Atli. You're muted, by the way. Hey, why is Tarsi 700? Oh, that's your Tarsi. You took my Tarsi away from me and brought your own.
I didn't give me an option to pick which person I was taking.
Oh wait, no, maybe that one's not mine. Wait, is it mine?
No, it's mine.
Yep, it's definitely yours. Because I got Temet with me because I wanted a medical with me, not a tactical. But yeah, I'm way south. You wait, have you done any of the new Romulus stuff before?
I think I have. Definitely with this character. Oh, I'm in the middle of the Klingon Civil War arc on this character.
Oh, okay, so you're not even this far yet.
Well, no, the new Romulus is.
Oh, Klingon, yeah. You said Klingon Civil War, not the Klingon War. Because there's a Klingon War and a Klingon Civil War. I forgot you said Civil War, so I thought you said Klingon War. I'm like, wait. But then I also realized, wait, he's level 65. There's no way.
Yeah, and this is also a temporal character, so.
Yep. Which, if you can tell, that's what I am too.
Yeah, I'm praising that only several characters have Tarsi.
It's only the temporal characters that have her, because she's Andorian. You don't start off with an Andorian on the straight fed or the just disco fed as a bridge officer. But Tarsi is the TOS line.
Closer.
Oh, I keep forgetting. I've got a little. This phaser has an interesting ability. It can be thrown like a grenade.
I have an odd-looking weapon in my hand. I don't even know what it is.
Do you have a spacesuit equipped?
I do.
Does your bridge officer have a spacesuit equipped?
They do now.
Okay.
Eject. It's a good thing you asked, too. Oh. Oh, we may have two Tarsis. Oh, never mind.
There we go. We'll bring her.
My map up.
Yay, see, we're here together. That was one quick way to bring you out.
Do you see my weapon, by the way?
Yeah, what is that one?
I don't know. But it has this.
Get that out of a lockbox or something?
I think out of a fleet thing.
Huh.
A fleet bank or whatever it's called.
Not even any dust.
There it is.
Here it is. This is where we're gonna go down. Admiral, I'm detecting high
You,
levels of toxic gases as well as extreme heat ahead. Environmental suits will be required to go further.
Oh.
See, that's why I had you make sure you had suits
Yeah.
equipped.
Although on my screen you're not wearing it.
You don't wear it until you get within the zone. See, look, we're all wearing the same one. You're wearing the oddball one.
You see my screen?
Yep.
Did not mean to roll.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah.
This instability looks pretty serious, Admiral. We should send the geology team down here.
Not just a whole lot of damage. Ow! I just got one shot almost with our shields.
Hold on a second before we move on. I think I've got a weapon for this. It's a sonic pistol. So it'll do more damage to Tholians.
Why does it seem like I just arrested that guy with a attack?
Well, it was a mix of our attacks because I'm doing significantly more damage now just because I'm using this sonic pistol. New Romulan research. There's a minor geological instability here, Admiral, but nothing serious. Based on the markings in Agent's material, this panel is definitely Daewin in origin. It appears to date from shortly before the cataclysm that made the planet uninhabitable. I'm gonna grab that over there on the right.
Yeah, I've got a light now.
I just should have given you some research for a duty officer mission.
This guy has a sonic pistol. Have this thing. Oh, that's what it is. Ow.
How you doing over there?
Taking damage.
Oh, no, you don't.
Okay.
I ain't sitting there taking that. Alright, let's see here. Got this here. The rock appears weak here, Admiral. Suggest we proceed with caution. This panel describes the rebuilding of the power plant and restoration of the Iconian Gateway. Oh, I guess you didn't grab this while we were coming in.
I did.
Oh, I guess it's client-based. Or local-based, depending on who... Which means we both got a shot at it. Gretchen got back up and then died. That's the nice thing about the androids is they can get back up on their own. They have a 50-50 chance every 60 seconds to get up on their own. Oh, you are hurting bad, sir. Where are you at?
I may have parsed out.
Hold on, I'm looking for you. I don't see you here.
I'm off near a wall in the corner.
Which corner? I see Tarsi, but I'm having trouble seeing you. Are you in the room with the rest of the bad guys? Gosh, there was a whole second squad in here.
Yeah, I'm outfit.
Wait, I got back up.
Tarsi's just standing next to me. But she's down.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you rushed in ahead. No wonder we got swarmed. Okay, I need to come up with a plan here. Oh, wait, this'll work. Now you're up. I forgot I had that.
I don't even know what that does.
Well, it only works when I can only use it once every 10 minutes. But it revives you.
Well, I know.
You're fine, but you're next to me, so I can get you up. Yep. You made it to me. That was important. So you pushed too far ahead is what happened instead of falling back. So you aggravate. So we were fighting two groups. 2 squads instead of 1. That's why things went so bad there.
Well, I had this ability. I thought this would make me invisible.
Yeah, nope. This just regenerates your shield.
It's ambush.
No, well, it makes you invisible until you start shooting.
Well, I hadn't shot yet when they started shooting me, so...
No, but the second you opened up, you triggered the second group. Because you were that far ahead. Okay, so...
Oh, there's an electric walker behind us.
Yeah, that's ours. That's mine. I can summon those. Speaking of which, hold on a second before we go any further. She can summon the Horda. She can summon that. My Ferengi's the one with the other stuff. All right. Alright, so we've just got the 2 mysterious artifacts on either side, but there's going to be a boss fight, so be aware of that. Yeah, this is going to be a wave assault.
Oh, I am helped.
That's where the trait Stubborn comes in handy. Okay, now we do this. Well, you activate it.
I don't have anything on activate. That's probably helpful. Oh, there it is. Now it's there.
Yeah, now that you're speaking, I think I might be missing a trait or 2. Yep, I'm missing a trait or 2. Yeah, that'll help there, and then for spaceships, increase defense, increase accuracy. for ground. Alright. That'll help. Wait, there was... Okay, that one's good, that one's good, and...
And this character's inventory is full of resources. Bank.
Oh, yeah. Gotta go that one, yep. Now, as we're shutting this down, we've got to pay attention to which of those consoles on the left or right come up, and we got to shut them down.
There's a console over here.
Is it usable? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, okay, that's that.
That was one of those consoles.
Okay, which one's the one with the relay up? We gotta go shut it down. It's not over here, so it's gotta be either one of those two. There it is, it's that one. Shut it down. Find the next one, because it'll cycle through. Oh, you did it! Or no, there's another relay somewhere. Oh, it's the same relay. Where is it? Where's the next relay? It's over there.
Oh dear.
We might didn't get all these relays shut down in time. Just hang tight. I think the mission's glitched because it's not shutting down the relays. Or at least they're not showing as shut down. And I have cracked ribs. Nice.
Didn't really bring any of my
I got 3 minutes before I can use my belt again. I'm on my way.
I got one of the substations down. Done.
Good. Like I said, I think they're glitched. Because they're not really letting us shut them down. It says relay remaining 4. And we've shut down at least 5 or 6 of them.
Oh.
I'll get back up here in a second, don't worry. At least I thought I was. Interesting. I guess if you want to respawn. Oh wow, you have a lot of entries. I do too.
I've never seen this come up before. How about out here? And ow.
Come on. Okay, now we're just in trouble because he's right here in front of us.
This is on fire.
Oh, thanks for the follow. How you doing? Osiris. Like the name? Wait, let me make sure I'm pronouncing that. Is it Osiris or Osiris? Okay, now there's 2 missions to get down here, and I don't think I don't know if I can share these with you. So let me check that real quick. It's a bit of a episodes, New Romulus. We are down here. Hail. Progress. Missions. I cannot share this mission. So it is player-based, so if you had it, we could do it. Brewed a coffee for stow time. I take it you're getting ready to log in and do your stuff?
Which one are we talking about?
Oh, it's somebody in chat.
Let's talk about in the game.
Oh, it's the Hefar Ruins. Or no, not Hefar, but the Secrets of the Ancients is the name of the mission. But you're taking it on so late it may take a minute to actually...
Well, the one they're showing us the whole ruins, so I think the one we just did.
So what ship do you generally like to roll with?
It depends on my mood. Right now I'm using a Colossus Siege Destroyer.
No, I was talking to...
Oh, okay. Right.
Why can't I interact? Oh, there it is. I just needed to contact Datan.
I received your signal. Thank you for calling us down. I knew we could count on you.
Sir, I think I found some kind of log or recording.
Can you activate it?
I'm not sure. It has some iconography similar to artifacts found in the Isha Forest Cave. This symbol in particular looks...
Maybe Osiris doesn't like a particular ship in general. Maybe you have a collection of ships.
What's going on?
Is that...
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
The Deimos pilot destroyer?
It looks like they've hooked some kind of machinery up to the gateway.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge... a lot of people like the AoE effects. Mix it with torpedo spread.
How old are those recordings?
Phaser, scatter volley, and torpedo spread can be pretty nasty in groups.
The first one seems to be 200,000 years old. The second one was recorded...
I do cannon rapid fire and stuff.
That. And were those things Iconians?
We have a lot of research.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite.
Any of those questions can be answered.
I like being the
This
scalpel,
gate
not
is
the...
clearly inoperable. Do you believe it could be
Not the bomb.
With time, yes, I believe so. elements.
I
Do you know
generally
what
pick
this
out the
means?
target that's
It means we
the
have a
most
chance
likely
to learn
threat
about
and
one of the
eliminate it as
galaxy's
quickly as
most
possible.
feared and ancient races. We couldn't have done any of this without you. As amazing as this discovery is, it pales in comparison to what you've done for me and my people. I could never fully or properly express my gratitude.
And I'm
for
definitely
everything
not up to
accomplished
spec
since
on
coming
whatever
to
the
New
meta
Romulus.
is.
Because of you, the Romulans and Remans truly have a chance at starting a new life.
I just play for myself
You've helped
usually,
secure our
or
new
just have
home
fun with
and
groups.
given
I don't
us a fighting
generally,
chance at survival.
I don't generally try to
There
go
are
for
no
meta or
words that
anything
will
in this
ever
game.
fully
I just
express
want to
my
enjoy
gratitude.
myself, not focus on PvP or anything.
Information discovered from researching this
It
cave
absolutely
will
is
be
easier to
shared,
spam.
of course. Some people would be opposed to the releasing of secrets such
It's
as
very
these.
nice to have when you're getting
But time
overwhelmed.
and
That is
time
for sure.
again, you have proven that we can all work together for a brighter future and for a better Romulus. I thank you.
Okay, now there should be a second mission here. Yep, Secrets of the Ancients, collect reward. Oh, I gotta... for this ship, I think that's what I want. Wow, that's it? Oh, I thought there was a second mission here. There used to be.
They might have removed it. Oh, we can't jump off the map here. That's actually good.
There you go. But I will take... And that's it. We're done on New Romulus. Yeah, I'm just not a big PvP person. Especially in MMOs. Wait, what? Oh, Sphere of Influence. Alright. So, this is where we cannot be... well, we're going to head back to a starbase here. I don't think I have the ability to heal myself here.
Oh, I'm right in front of you. I just love this ability it has.
Yeah, it's just the Tier 6 version of the Garoomba Siege Destroyer. Which, the Garoomba Siege Destroyer, it was kind of like the answer to the Dreadnought, to the Galaxy X Dreadnought that was in here. See, I just don't like... Yeah, I'm just not PvP in general. I try to stay away from it, especially considering I don't focus on the meta or the meta builds. It's a losing battle if you're not focused on that aspect. And it's also an effect when I'm doing TFOs. Unless I'm on my primary character, or I have two characters. They're not exactly meted out, but they're pretty potent that I can hold my own in a lot of the TFOs with just those two characters. But this character right here, I wouldn't be able to hold my own in a TFO very easily. I would struggle a lot unless I was part of a team. because he's definitely not. I mean, this character started as a build for doing streaming, so I'm not really streaming to do. I'm just going through the story missions. Oh, I'm aware. I've been playing this since 2010, so I'm not exactly a newborn chicken at this. When it comes down to the meta and stuff, I just don't care. I just really don't care. I'm just here to enjoy myself. Yeah, the next thing I'm about to do, you won't be able to join me, because it's going to be Sphere of Influence. But I'm going to go to Seoul first and do... do that. Yeah, the thing for me, Star Trek has always been about storytelling. It's never been about the game itself. Because I going back 13 years and playing... Oh, you say we're all here for fun, but man, there are people that take this way too seriously. It's... I've met some of those people. I don't have any hate for them or anything, but they take this game a little too seriously, in my opinion. But that's I guess that's their way of enjoying it, and for me, it's not the way I want to enjoy it. Yeah, I'm just here for the story for the most part.
So that Cardassian ship in front of me was me, by the way.
But my main bread and butter is I play Star Citizen. Is generally my streaming, is the one I stream.
I actually don't know where to go to heal myself. Oh, run me over here.
Yep. Yeah, you and I took a lot of bad beatings. Because we just didn't take a beating from the Tholians beating the crap out of us. There was a moment where we were without our, ooh, that cost me a, whoa. Did that just cost me 300,000 energy credits to heal? Or no, it was just telling me how much I had. Okay. Whew.
That's so... Hey, there it goes.
Yeah, but Elite didn't... And I've played Elite. I like Elite. Elite had... Until they brought out the Engineers. When they brought out the Engineers, I started hating Elite Dangerous. And... Here's how I put this. When you're in Elite Dangerous, and they brought out the Engineers, and they did the update, they didn't update the pilot's capabilities for the AI. They just made the ships nigh invulnerable almost. And so doing the combat stuff didn't really help unless you could do it without the upgrades, but getting the upgrades made the combat a little bit more effective and a little easier to do. But my problem with the Engineers was when I need to upgrade a car, or the military needs to upgrade a fighter, or they need to upgrade a cruiser or a destroyer, somebody produces the equipment necessary to do the upgrades. And the problem with Elite Dangerous for me was I don't remember having to go out into a mountain on the Earth to mine ore to put a new head or a better designed head on the engine in my car. And that's what Elite had you do with these Engineers. It was like introducing a grind that didn't need to happen. And that to me kind of twisted things a little bit. But that said, the fact that we didn't really have a trade system in there for those materials made the problem worse, because now I couldn't just generate gobs of money and then pay somebody to do it for me in game. Because that's one of the things I used to do in Star Wars Galaxies was I would get there was somebody I needed a weapon from, and I needed them to train me, and because that's how the system, in order for you to become a master in your skill set in Star Wars Galaxies, was you needed to have a master train you. Yeah. But so in exchange for that person training me and making me the rifle I needed for my master level, I went and did all the mining for him. And I did it for months. He still gave me the rifle outright and trained me outright. But I just kept going out, maintaining the. I would log in once a day, go maintain, and then grab the materials out of the mining things, check to make sure that it was still a mineable space. And if it wasn't, I'd pick up the mining stuff and then take it to a new location where it can mine more. And then I'd take it back to his location on a different planet, and then deposit all the materials so that he could keep making material and keep making the stuff he needed to sell. Yeah, that was the one thing about Elite I didn't like, is it wasn't group conducive. It was, you kind of had to create your own website to be, or your own like Discord group or something, in order to even stay in touch with each other, because they didn't have a organization or corporation or guild type system built into the game. You had 4 wingmen and that was it. 3 wingmen, because it was a wing of 4. So you had 3 wingmen, and that was about the essentials of what you had, which was okay. It made doing things with a group of 5 more difficult, because you had to split up. Unless you were doing Warzone stuff, and then you could go into Warzone areas and you could really clean up as a group, because you both sign on to the same side, and then, you can just swarm into those groups and really annihilate the enemy. But, or whichever faction you're a part of, or, assist. But yeah, there was just things in Elite that were not conducive for large group play. And we had to come up with stuff on our own to do that, and which in itself was pretty cool. When you're able to generate stuff when you don't have it, that is the best part of a community, is self-generation. So that's the one thing I commend I definitely commend the community for. But yeah, that's definitely what I commend. Even, the Elite Dangerous community, the Star Citizen community, any of those communities where the tools don't exist, you kind of make them up, or you find a way to use the system to create it, even though it doesn't exist, or you use other tools to create it within the game. So that's always awesome. But I'm going to take a quick restroom break here, and I'll be right back.
I'm gonna have to head out.
Alright, and I'm back. And ball bounces, welcome back, buddy. We're going to start Sphere of Influence.
It would be my pleasure.
As part of our investigations into this area, we found artifacts from a much older civilization that once lived on this world. These primitive people appeared to share the planet with their gods. In actuality, a species with a much higher technological level than their own. These Daewons were abandoned when their gods left the world, but over time developed their own culture and technology. Then they found the gateway. It's Iconian. But it must have seemed almost magical to the Daewons. Using geothermal energy, they managed to activate the gateway briefly, but the reaction was too unstable. The geothermal tap caused a chain volcanic reaction that devastated the planet. Our scientists say that ash clouded the sky, dropping temperatures and dramatically altering the climate of much of the habitable land. Radiation levels spiked and many of the Daewons died. The survivors retreated to underground shelters, but it was the end of their civilization. Only the flora and the fauna that could adapt survived until we arrived. You were instrumental in helping us to discover the secrets of this world. Now that we found the Iconian Gateway, we feel that it could be a boon to the Romulan Republic. The entire galaxy will be at our fingertips.
Welcome to New Romulus.
I am Faraday, and I serve as a liaison officer for Titan. As you can see, we've stabilized the environment in this area as part of our investigations of the galaxy. Protective gear is no longer necessary. Admiral Kararek is waiting for you in the gateway chamber. Please follow me. 2015, holy crap. They've added a lot of new story. If you want to come in and at least do that. I'm not a huge fan of Star Trek Discovery or any of the new Star Trek, so a lot of that's kind of a... Let me just say this. I don't like the new shows. I don't particularly like the concept of the mycelial network stuff. Because if it did follow through, why was Voyager stuck in the Delta Quadrant for so long? Just saying. I'm just saying. But overall, you would think they'd brush that out a little bit even after. But yeah, it's top secret, but we need to let it happen. Gotta get Voyager home. But, yeah, it's, yeah. I don't like the inconsistencies. I don't like the... And what I mean by inconsistency is inconsistency of the message.
Tori, daughter of Grilka, captain of the mighty IKS Fortescue, and victor of 100 battles!
I would much rather be on the front than here. But the Romulans are our allies now, and they have asked for our assistance. The High Council has dispatched the flagship of the fleet to show the strength of our friendship.
Welcome.
Romulan Republic is here, along with representatives from our allies in the Federation of the Klingon Empire, to witness the dawn of the new age. Harnessing the power of this gateway will change everything for our people. Yes, we must be cautious. The Daewons tried to do the same thing, and it destroyed them. But we have been studying this gateway since Admiral Rothman helped us discover it, and we believe that we understand where the Daewons went wrong. We now have the technology and knowledge we need to successfully adapt Iconian technology to our own use. We have a few final adjustments to make, and then we'll be ready to...
You think you have corrected the issue? Consider what happened to the Daewons, and what the result would be if the Romulans lose a second homeworld.
It was nice seeing Worf come back for this.
I have encountered Iconian gateways twice before. In both those instances, the finest commanders I ever served found the technology to be too dangerous to preserve. It is difficult to believe that you have managed to do what they could not.
Are there problems?
No problem.
Ambassador Worf was invited here because of his experience with Iconian gateways. He has been voicing his concerns with our decision to activate the gateway. My science teams are convinced that they have solved the problem of the past, but I fear that, like the ambassador, some of my engineers have their doubts. Datan and the Senate believe this is an important step for the New Republic, but it is a step that we must take with our allies. We respect their opinions and want them to join us in this venture, just as the Bajorans and the Federation worked in tandem when the wormhole to the Gamma Quadrant was discovered. In the interest of easing some concerns, Ambassador, I invite you to take the final check of the data. Perhaps Admiral Rothman would be willing to assist you. I am ready to assist you, Ambassador.
Acceptable. Admiral Kerrick, I want to start by reviewing your science team's work.
Understood. All right. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
I don't mean to be distracted, but it's taken a lot of work and a lot of late nights to get here. Finally, we're ready. We've considered everything that could go wrong and planned for any contingency. The Day Ones weren't as advanced technologically as we are. They hadn't even become a warp culture when they tried to repower the gateway. We have advantages they could only dream of having. There's some risk, of course, but anything worth doing has some risk. We wouldn't want to be standing on a new homeworld for our people if we hadn't been willing to take a chance and challenge the Tal Shiar. How can I help?
With all due respect to you, Ambassador, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
If you want, I'll review the data my team has collected with you. Admiral Rothman can review the power variance coefficient numbers for the Alpha, Gamma, and Delta monitors. Maybe I do need another set of eyes. I've had a lot of trouble sleeping. I'll find those numbers.
Program initialized. Select monitoring program.
Okay, so power output levels are 45, 34... Wait. I always write these down because I do not have that good a memory. Alpha is 45. Beta is 34. Gamma is 44. Delta is 44.6. And Epsilon is 45.1.
Program initialized.
Okay, and we have Alpha is 14, Beta is 77, Gamma is 47. I forgot these are the numbers I needed. 38, and Epsilon is 9. These are the coefficients.
Program initialized.
Alpha and Beta are ready. Oh yeah. 2010 was when the game initially launched. I was looking for a replacement for, well, Star Wars Galaxies came out not too long after World of Warcraft did, and Star Wars Galaxies was unique. It was different than WoW in how it operated in a lot of ways. It had some similarities, because that's how people knew how to play MMOs at the time, but it wasn't like WoW in its leveling system. Just in how you hit 1 through 10 to do your stuff. But then they did a huge upgrade to the game, and it made it a lot more like a WoW clone, just with a Star Wars veneer. And people hated it. And the player base, they lost, I think close to 75% of their player base almost within a month's time of that transition. I know most of the gear I had on me that I was using became most of the gear I had on me in that was useless. I had to put it on my wall in my house because I could not use it yet, because it took me from max level down to level 24. So, yeah, that was quite a big hit, and they made it. When Star Wars Galaxies came out, being a Jedi took 6 months of work. It wasn't like, or 3 to 6 months of worth of work to become a Jedi or a Sith Lord, and that, yeah, and then suddenly with that combat upgrade, you could be a Jedi right out of the gate. Create a new character, be a Jedi, done. You didn't have to do any of the training work, nothing. It's like I said, 75% of the player base, 70 to 75% of the player base quit almost 30 days in after that change. They lost all faith, and they ended up closing the game down a year later because they could never get the numbers back up. And I ended up playing a game called Tabula Rasa. And that game was way better than this game, in my opinion. Tabula Rasa was a good MMO. I don't have any footage or anything from back then because I never turned fraps on while I was playing it. Wish I had now. But then when after Tabula Rasa was done, I was looking for a replacement for Tabula Rasa, and then this buddy of mine, I seen this game coming out, and I've got a lot of Star Trek games under my belt. I've got most of them. I got some of them in there, and I've got a bunch of them in a bigger case over there. I've got a bunch of CD games with Star Trek games on them. But, you know, I remember playing a few of them on Super Nintendo and DOS and stuff like that as well. From WoW. An Exodus from WoW, I take it? Oh, from this. Yeah, second you said Dice, and I was like, oh, okay, you meant this. Yeah, part of the fun was going through the story missions with your friends, and from Dyson on, you couldn't do story missions with your friends. It was horrible. And to me, that upset me more than anything with Stowe, was now you're just relegated to TFOs with your friends. That is it. Except for the first 30 or so missions. Because you can do them, if I go to episodes, and there used to be more episodes, and that's the other sad thing, is there used to be more episodes for this stuff. But they've cut a lot of them out. There's still some over here and available, like, Spectres. You can do with your friends. Where is it? I know you can do Secrets of Nimbus with your friends, I think. Asteroid mining you can do with your friends. You can do Cabali Crisis with your friends. Oh, here's the Pathos Crater that I didn't have earlier. You cannot do Colosseum with your friends. I hate that one. Vastum Peaks, if I need to do that one again. Let's see here. Echoes of Light. Kari, Firewall. Spectre starts the whole mission with other stuff. The Calling, I think, is an older one too. I think Sunrise is one you can do. There's a few of these you can do with your friends in here. You know, Starbase 24 is one of those PvE, PvP ones that you were talking about. The Extra Zero? Yeah, the Davidian story arc, yep. That should be Spectres. That should be the start of that one. Starbase 24 and Showing Expeditionary Forces, I think those are two of your PvE, PvP. PvE, VP. If I remember correctly. No, there were no Extra Zeros. It's always been in the 1,000 mark. I mean, I'm in the U.S., so I don't know, you know, but it was always, for Tier 5 ships, was always 2,500 Zen, which is $25 USD. Because I bought them back before it went free to play. The zeros really hadn't changed. So if we go to ships, see if we come back here, Tier 5, these were 25. I don't understand why that one's 20. But all the others are 25. So hey, if you want a carrier for $5 less, you know, there you go. There's our feet. You know, I've got most of the Tier 5 ships. You know, when it comes to the Federation, I think I've got all Tier 5s. No, I don't have the Kumaris. But I definitely don't have a lot of the Klingon and the Romulan stuff. Tier 6, I don't have a lot of the Terran stuff. I want this ship, so I'm probably going to end up with it at the end of the campaign. And I'd like that, but, you know, you come down through, I'll go, you know, I wouldn't mind that. I don't want that, because I'm not a huge fan of Discovery and stuff. Let's see here what purchased. I don't like the Miracle Worker ships, so I won't be getting those. But I've got a lot of the legendary stuff. I don't mind this version of it. I wish this is the one that showed up in the show. I would have had more respect for it had it been this one. Because it looks closer to what it should. I can respect this one a lot better. I would have almost no qualms with this one. Because it looks good. But the one that showed up in the show doesn't... They tried to mix it with the Enterprise refit and put in that stupid window up front, which made no sense. And someone made the argument.
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
See, Alpha is 14.
Alpha is 14.
Gamma is
That
47.
looks correct. Yes, that's correct. Gamma
And then
is 47.
Delta 338 and
Your numbers may be correct, but have you ever witnessed the power of one of these gateways outside of a holodeck? Well, I have. I was invited here to share my knowledge with those willing to listen. Even the best plans seldom survive contact with the enemy.
perhaps we should speak with the engineering teams?
Yes, they've been asking for the final power variance numbers.
Hey, who do we got here?
Iconian gateways can open up anywhere. You don't have to have another gateway to connect to.
That means the Iconians can show up anywhere. No wonder they controlled most of the quadrant. Guess that means we need some extra firepower if they show up.
It would be my pleasure.
Part of the excavations in this area, we found artifacts from much older civilizations that once lived on this world. These primitive people appeared to share the planet with their gun. Oh, okay, it's just him again going over that stuff.
Commander Tiaru Jirak of the RRW Lisette.
The Republic has advanced enough that we need a flagship on par with the Enterprise, and I have the honor of commanding her. My father was a Romulan admiral. He wanted to change the galaxy for me, for all children. He wanted to be able to live our lives in peace, to be free. He was betrayed for his beliefs and lost everything. I grew up being watched by the Tal Shiar. I heard the whispers that said I was the child of a traitor. When Datan told me of his plan, I knew this was the world that my father would have wanted. I left the Empire and the Empress's fleet and never looked back. She becomes a major character through the rest of the story. I mean, it's, yeah. She plays a lot, she pops up a lot throughout the rest of the campaigns in the story.
I appreciate you speaking up about your concerns.
If our projections are off at all, we could end up freezing to death in caves just like the day ones. This gateway is an extremely valuable resource, but is it worth losing everything we built here?
Finally.
You want a full-time job here? I could use some reliable help. These aren't too bad. Better than what we had before. Maybe this will work after all. That's good.
I agree that the simulations look promising, but I still have some concerns.
So do I, but we're on a deadline.
My team has the geothermal tap operational, and with the proper numbers, we can finally align the power flow to the galaxy and activate it again. Or the gateway, and activate it again. I'd be happy to discuss your concerns with you, Ambassador, but I'll need someone to help with the final commands to raise the pylons while I monitor the power levels. Admiral, could you help? All of my teams are busy with that tap, and it will give the Ambassador and I some time to talk. I'd ask Adrana to do it, but she's got her hands full as it is. Datan invited you here, Ambassador. He had a good reason, and he's a good man. I trust him. If he thinks you have something important to say, we need to listen.
Perhaps we can find a solution that will ensure the safety of all of us.
Time is it?
Show me your projections.
Oh, I forgot it's up there in the corner. I'll activate the consoles and monitor the power settings. Alright, let me go start the Doomsday. Hey look, destroy Voth's ships, Dyson Sphere. Pylons are coming up. Or maybe not yet. I activated the force fields, then the pylon doors. Now I'm activating this. Didn't look like to me those came out of the holes just right. No, and Osiris, if you ever want to come over and check out Star Citizen with us, you're more than welcome to. They're getting ready to launch, I don't know if you've been paying attention a little bit, but they're getting ready to launch 3.18 in the alpha, and you don't have to play it with us or anything, or you don't have to buy anything for it, you know, just come take a look. I agree with you, getting behind the hype of something is never a good idea. I've been backing it since 2014, though, so I've been backing it for nearly a decade. And there's a lot of dropped promises. I'm not going to say broken promises. I'm going to say dropped promises along the way. And changes in directions that I wasn't expecting them to take. So, like, something Chris Roberts said nearly a decade ago is counter to what somebody said 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. That wasn't Chris Roberts. So it's kind of like weird because did, were these changes made and then he accepted, or did these changes made and then, or did he come up with the changes? It's really weird because you have people like me now, we're vested in, and we can't, and with the way they've restructured the system, we can't get refunds. We're stuck where we are. So, it's like when I tell people to get into Star Citizen, it's always don't go more than a starter package and don't go more than $100 if you do. Let the rest of us be the dumb ones, and that way you're only out $100, but you have people like me that are out a lot more than that for Star Citizen. So don't, definitely don't get vested in where you can't back out of it. And then on top of that, I always say this: don't expect to keep anything you've bought in game. Anything that you've bought on the store, like your game package, that will transfer every time they do a wipe, because they're still doing wipes right now. They're probably going to be doing wipes probably halfway through beta, I would assume. Because I'm not quite sure if I wasn't there for the beta or alpha versions of Elite, so I can't say for certain. But expect wipes for now. It's everything you've worked up for will get erased, and a lot of people can't handle that, and I have respect for that.
The numbers are good.
Agreed. Sensor readings from the gateways I've encountered were significantly different than this.
So definitely just take a look and wait for a free fly event where you don't need to buy a package, and just give it a go. If you're feeling up to it, you don't have to. And I don't want you to think I'm forcing you to, because I'm not. But if you enjoyed Elite, give Star Citizen a look. And I agree with you not buying into the hype. Absolutely. Do your research. Double check a few things. You're going to find people that are like, Star Citizen's the most awesome game around, and yada, yada, yada. It's going to be the best space sim ever. But then you got people who are going to be also that it's a scam, this and that. You're going to have people on both sides of that camp. But then you're going to have people like myself and several others like, yeah, the game's fun. We enjoy ourselves. We enjoy the groups that we play with. And we have fun. There's enough there to enjoy yourself. It's not so fun solo a lot of the time, as much as it is as part of groups. And it is what you make of it. If you don't think you can make anything of it, don't get into it. Or wait until it's released, Do what's best for you. But I do recommend checking it out when you have an opportunity. And like I said, keep your ears open for a free fly event, because I love doing free fly events. Or I love it when they do free fly events, but it's also the time when the servers are the most unstable.
Readings like this make me wonder.
You open a door, that means there's got to be something on the other side. Maybe this isn't a one-way trip. You think there's something on the other side of trying to get in?
The numbers aren't saying that exactly, but it's a real possibility.
Gotcha. Heck, I create a new tune every once in a while just to start going through the story missions from scratch again. Can we add more security?
Sean and Corrin have been consulting with Kararek's security forces. I will ask Corrin to deploy some of her finest warriors. I do not know Captain Sean, but he commands an enterprise. He must be a formidable man. He also has less enthusiasm for activating the gateway than others here. I am certain he has considered all the options.
I'll speak with Sean and see what our options are.
How may I assist you?
Do you have a moment?
The team looks like it's almost done with the final checks. Make it quick.
Actually, Ambassador Worf has some concerns about the gateway. And because he can't come over and chat with a Starfleet officer without raising some eyebrows in his own delegation, he's sending you instead. Interesting. Tell him I share in his concerns about the gateway. What does he think we should do? What's an option to neutralize the gateway if we need to?
I'll admit I've been dubious about this project from the start.
Some things are too powerful for anyone to have. Still, it's my job to do what Starfleet Command orders, so the Enterprise is here to assist and represent the Federation, but it's also my job to protect my ship and the Federation. So I had my engineers work on some contingency plans. If Corin is bringing in extra ground troops to deal with any unwelcome visitors, that should help. My chief engineer worked up a few small spatial charges with enough power to take out the gateway. If we attach them to the base of the pylons, we'll be able to stop a disaster before it starts. I don't want to use them unless we have to. We're here at the Romulans' invitation, after all. But it's always good to have a backup plan. I'll take care of it. Alright, so one of the nice things is later on... I gotta do all the recruit-type content. Still, I've got the transponders for KDF, Delta, and Temporal. Just haven't invested the work into them yet. Yeah. I think my Delta stuff is the stuff I'm... Yeah, this guy I don't think is a Temporal officer. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm not on a Temporal. Well, I mean, he is the Temporal officer, but he's not the Temporal operative. Because right now they had the Klingon operative relaunching again.
Ah, good idea.
Now, why didn't he say that when I did that right in his face?
If all the preparations are complete, I see no reason to delay.
Here we go.
Initiating final power transfer.
Power output rising. Levels are within expected parameters.
Activating gateway. Can't think of compensation.
Abort the mission! Shut it down! No effect. Get everyone out of the chamber.
The Temporal actually used to have better ones than what it has now. It used to pay out so much better.
I knew that gateway would be trouble. We can't get a reading on where we are or how far we've traveled. The best we can figure out is that we are not in normal space anymore. And we are trapped.
Now, this little thing right here that I've got right here, I'll pull it up. This right here, this paradox corrector. That is one of the rewards for the Temporal. And what it does is, if you're still up and walking around, it revives your bridge crew. Or any party members that you have that are down. But you can only use it once every 10 minutes. So, it's the timer on it's atrocious.
The scientists have been able to get a few readings from New Romulus, but the gateway was damaged. We cannot use it to return. A few people managed to grab some supplies on their way through the gateway. They might have something useful. Check the crates. Assist with the wounded. Once we have seen to the immediate problems, then we can worry about getting out of here.
Alright, so there's that. Yeah, this character I actually put the effort into for the Enterprise type stuff because I'm running around in the NX. Oh, this only works once in a TFO? I haven't used it in a TFO, but I would assume the 10-minute timer is still the same if that's what you're talking about. The paradox corrector. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, well, depends on the group you're running with. If you're running with a bunch of people that aren't, if you're talking PvP, yeah, but if you're just talking about a group of people that may or may not be well versed for a ground one, you might need it twice. But on that note, I think it's time for me to head out. I promised somebody I'd meet him for lunch in about 10 minutes. So, appreciate you stopping by, Osiris. I really appreciate the conversation and everything. Ball Bounces, thank you also for stopping by. Yeah, you're always welcome to stop by and talk. I do my dailies at least once a day. Not necessarily the Endeavors, although my Endeavors were my perk, I mean, I'm at 126 on it. So, but yeah, feel free to stop by anytime. You know, if you want to join me in the Discord and say hi, you're more than welcome to. So, but I am going to call it a day there, and let's see who we've got to raid, because I got some good friends playing other stuff. That's fun to watch. Let's see here. Mama's playing Fortnite. Amy is playing House Flipper. I don't have a lot of people that play Star Trek Online. I'm pretty much, well, the only one in my group that really plays it for the most part. You too, Osiris. You too. You have a wonderful weekend as well. So we will go to, let's see here. Who do we got left? We are going to go, we will raid Chew Toy. He's playing Satisfactory. He's a fun guy to talk to and watch. So even if it's not your main game, he's a decent fella. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and thank you for the support. I appreciate the follow, sir, Osiris. You take care of yourself and stay safe out there. Same goes to everybody else.
Long! What's up, brother?